Welcome back to another rebuild I have for you guys here today. Today it is going to be a realistic rebuild of the Raiders. This team is not very good, as their record in real life would show. But before I get into the team, I want to address a couple things. So, a few people said that they kind of liked me starting where the regular season actually is. I only saw a couple of those comments, but then a bunch of comments said that I should start from the beginning. So I guess that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. Also, a bunch of people said that C4's draft classes aren't very good in my last video when I used their draft class, and this guy Nathan P2433 suggested I use his draft class, so that's what I'm going with for at least the first season. I looked up his gamertag and he only had one draft class, so for 2020 and 2021 I might just have to find a random one. I think that's all I wanted to say before I got into the video, so let's go over the team. Derek Carr, of course, is the quarterback, and he still has a lot of years left on his contract. I think there's still 5 at the point in this season right now. So I might try to draft a replacement in the coming years for him. Maybe try to trade him in the next few years. I don't think that's super unrealistic, because I could just totally see the Raiders actually trading Derek Carr and drafting a quarterback, because he's not been performing well. Doesn't seem like he's getting along with John Gruden too well. He's still not a horrible quarterback, but this past year was not a good year for him. Marshawn Lynch, normally a pretty good running back. Getting old, though. We definitely have to draft some kind of running back this year or sign one in free agency. Maybe we can go after like Alex Collins or something. Jordy Nelson, Seth Roberts, Martavis Bryant, Brandon LaFell. Not a strong wide receiver core at all. This offensive line is pretty good. At least the interior is nice. Colton Miller doesn't look like he's playing pretty well. He's a 73 overall. Donald Penn is getting up there in age. Rodney Hudson is fantastic, but he's getting old. He should still be good for us, though, the whole time. Kalichi Osemele is expensive. Gabe Jackson's expensive, and neither of them are as good as they should be for what they're getting paid. Jared Cook is having a great season, but he's very old. So many really old players on this team. I guess Jason Kabinda, is he actually the starting middle linebacker for this team? Because he's a 67 overall in the game. Markel Lee isn't horrible to hear. Whitehead's getting up there in age. Marcus Gilchrist. Carl Joseph is very good. I want to build the secondary around Carl Joseph. That would be fine. Garion Conley's good. Rashawn Melvin's getting up there in age. Leon Hall is on this team. Oh, man. This team is so tragic. Jonathan Hankins isn't bad. Maurice Hurst is a beast. I want Maurice Hurst to get a lot of playing time. I'm going to have him as the number 1. I guess Arden Key is going to start at right end. Okay. Is Calhoun a rookie? I don't think so. No, he's not. I just didn't know who it was, so I figured maybe. Frosty Rucker is getting up there in age. So this team has a lot of work to be done on it. I'm not really too sure what to do. Honestly, I don't even know which route to take. I'll just sign whoever I can. I'll draft whoever I can. Also, I think I have the Raiders' actual draft picks. I went in and manually did all these trades. Well, what I did was, like, I went on the Bears, like, I made a coach for the Bears and traded them over, like, the Bears' first-round draft pick, I think the Bears' 6th-round draft pick, and their first next year for, like, something random from the Raiders. I don't remember exactly what it was because, you know, when trades happen in real life that involve draft picks, they don't actually go through in Madden for some reason. So the whole Khalil Mack thing didn't actually end up going through. Like, of course, the Bears have Khalil Mack, but they didn't actually sacrifice anything. So I think I have their actual draft picks, or at least as close to as I'm ever going to get to them. I'm not sure if that was even a correct sentence. Whatever. I'm just going to sim to the midseason mark now. This team is horrible. Hopefully they go, like, 2-14. The team is winning a bit too much for my liking. They're 3-4. I kind of wish we were the Broncos right now at 2-6. But the Chiefs are 5-3. The Chargers are 3-4. Marshawn Lynch has an experience point, apparently. And then defensively, we have a couple for, you know, some guys here. I guess we can re-sign players. I don't really even know if I want anyone. At least Jared Cook, I'm going to wait until the end of the season to see how badly regression hits him. Marshawn Lynch, I'm not going to bring back. Jonathan Hankins, I will bring back, though. Because you're still pretty young. You're not too bad. See if we can get you back onto the team. Okay, he's coming back. Not a bad contract there. Rashawn Melvin, I don't want. Marcus Gilchrist, I don't want. Jalen Richard is, like, he's pretty good. He's a good receiving back. He's a good third down running back. But this team has so many running backs on it. I feel like it's kind of pointless to spend a lot on a 77 overall one. And then Martavis Bryant. Should I try to bring back Martavis Bryant? Didn't he get, like, suspended in real life or something? I think because of that, I'm going to let him go. Doug Martin, I almost said Doug Baldwin. Doug Martin, I don't want. Frosty Rucker, I don't want. Brandon LaFell, I don't want. Daryl Worley, I'll bring back, I guess, for depth. No, you want, like, you really want 2.22 for your cap hit. You're a 75 overall. I don't want to spend that. Daniel Carlson, maybe. I could probably use a kicker. Man, this team Doesn't have too much talent here. I don't think I'm going to bring back really anyone. Well, other than Jonathan Hankins, of course. Here's a quick look at the draft class. I'm just kind of cycling through to see how updated it actually is. I don't see Justin Herbert in here, which is nice, but I also don't see Miles Sanders. And Miles Sanders just recently, I think, said he was going into the draft. Unless he has him as like an undrafted player. I don't think Miles Sanders will go undrafted. Yeah, I don't see him. Okay, so I don't think he's actually in this class, which is okay. That's not the biggest deal in the world. But again, I'm not huge in college football. I don't really know if these are good rankings. I know I've seen people rank Daniel Jones as a first rounder. I don't really have any idea. So you guys can kind of judge if this draft class is good or not. I'm not going to try to do that. The team did not make the playoffs, obviously. We did just beat the Chiefs, though, 21-7. Interesting. We went 6-10. The Broncos went 2-14. I wish we were the Broncos. The Chargers were 10-5-1, and the Chiefs actually went 7-9 and missed out on the playoffs. We were like 3-9 at one point, and we won the last couple of games, I guess, or did well at the end of this season. Beat the Broncos and the Dolphins and the Chargers. Yeah, then we won 3 of our last 4. Why would you do that? Just lose out. That would have been so much better. It's alright, though. So, Jared Goff wins MVP, which is interesting. Derek Carr, pretty bad season. 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 14 picks, but he's also on a very bad team. Marshawn Lynch was pretty good. Just gets over 1,000 yards with 7 touchdowns. Jared Cook has 10 touchdowns. That's a good season there. Jordy Nelson, not too bad. Blocking, how was this? Pretty bad from Colton Miller, but everyone else played alright, I guess. 122 tackles from Tahir Whitehead. It's actually quite a bit. 12 tackles for loss for him. 12 from Maurice Hurst with 10 sacks. That is a great season. 12 from Frosty Rucker as well. 10 sacks from Maurice Hurst leads the team. 4 from Arden Key. And then interceptions, we have 3 from Gary and Conley, 2 from Tahir Whitehead, 1 from Carl Joseph, Jason Kabinda, Marcus Gilchrist, Daryl Worley, and Ben Wickery. I didn't even know he was on this team. Any defensive touchdowns? We do not have any. Any safeties? No. And I see at least 1 blocked kick. We actually have a bunch of blocked kicks. Jason Kabinda, Maurice Hurst, Arden Key, Coney Ely, Jonathan Hankins, and Shalik, it's probably Shalik Calhoun, gets the last one there. 29th in the NFL on offense. Defensively, 28th. Okay, so near the bottom on both of those. Rams won 14-2. Falcons 13-3. All right. Anybody from the Raiders? Very much doubt it. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Tom Brady goes away with that one. Nobody from the Raiders. Sam Bradford makes it, though, so anything can happen, I guess. Defensive Player of the Year. Anybody from the Raiders? Don't think I see anyone. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Lamar Jackson. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year. Ronnie Harrison actually ends up winning that. That's pretty cool. Maurice Hurst comes in 6th. It'd be cool if he made a Pro Bowl, though, because he had 10 sacks, you know, at D-tackle. That's pretty good. Experience points. We have 1 for a few players on the offense. Not too many guys, though. Defensively, Maurice Hurst has 6. That is tremendous. 2 from Gary and Conley. Hopefully he can develop. Carl Joseph also has 2. Jared Cook is down to an 83. I might try to bring him in for a 1-year deal just to see if we can get him for like another decent season. I'm still looking to draft a tight end, I think, but let's see if we can get him to this contract here. All right, he's not interested in signing. How much is a franchise tag? That's actually not too bad. I don't think it's worth it, though, for a 32-year-old tight end. I don't think he's going to play that well again, honestly. I think he's going to regress and play worse. I probably should bring back Daniel Carlson. I think we do have a kicker, though. I don't even think Carlson was the starting kicker, so I'm going to let him go. He's pretty poor kick accuracy anyway. All right, I'm going to let all these people go here. I don't really want any of them, honestly. So let's go into free agency, see who we can sign. If there's a good running back, I think I'll go after him, but if there's not, I might look to draft one. I don't think I want to take one in the first round, though. Let's see who is available. Ndamukong Suh. Wow, that would have been interesting. Devin Funchess. Again, the Redskins are just taking some of these players just out of contention. Well, the Dolphins are going after Ndamukong Suh. Kind of funny they're going after him again. I could move Zadarius Smith down to defensive end. I don't think I'm going to do that. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure who I'm going to go after, but I'll find someone, because I definitely want to sign some people here at least. I went after a lot of players. A couple I just gave like small contracts to just to see if they'd randomly accept. So we got Jake Elliott, which is cool. Did not get Tevin Coleman, did not get Devin Funchess, and did not get Adam Humphries. I went under on the top bid on those guys quite a bit, honestly. I didn't want to spend that much on any of them. But let's see if we're still in the lead for a couple of these guys. I did not mean to click on the combine grade. I did go after Cameron Wake. You can see I only gave him 35 points, though. So here we go. Bobby McCain I'm not in first on, and the same thing with Brian Body Calhoun. I kind of want Brian Body Calhoun at least, because he could play safety for us, but he could also play corner. So I think I'm actually going to try to get him. Let's see if we're able to do that. We ended up getting Brian Body Calhoun, so that's nice. We did not get Bobby McCain or Cameron Wake, though. We actually draft 7th overall. The Broncos get the 1st overall pick. I'm not going to trade up or anything. Let's just sim. Ed Oliver goes 1st overall. He's an 81 overall. Quinnen Williams goes 2nd overall. The Bucks take Jonah Williams, 80 overall left tackle. Jawan Taylor goes next to the Vikings. Packers are going to take Josh Allen. That is a great draft pick for the Packers. That would be amazing if they can actually sneak that out. So, the players I want right now are either Devin White or Greedy Williams. So I think I'll be able to get, well, okay, I'll obviously be able to get at least one of them. Let's see who the Bills end up selecting. They go with Greedy Williams. I kind of wanted him a little bit more, but that's fine. We'll go with Devin White. Unless, actually, Nick Bosa is still available. Why is he still here? Hold on. We might have to go with Nick Bosa. I really want Devin White. Maybe I'll trade back up to get him. But I think Nick Bosa is like the clear pick actually now. 84 overall superstar Dev. Yeah, easily the draft pick there. I don't know why he didn't go earlier, but I'll take it. 86 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 strength. He is unbelievable. There's no way he sneaks out of the top 5 in the actual NFL draft. There goes Devin White. He went to the Ravens. I didn't expect him to go there, but it's all good. I'm just going to go to my next draft pick now. Noah Fant went to the Seahawks. Interesting. That would be a pretty cool pick. Rashawn Gary is still available. I might have to go with Rashawn Gary. And then just have 2 rookie edge rushers. I think that's actually the plan. Rashawn Gary, welcome to the squad. 80 overall star Dev. 81 speed, 84 acceleration, 87 strength. Our defensive ends are going to be nuts. I could really use a wide receiver now. So let's go with A.J. Brown. He's still available. Let's see, is N'Keal Harry still here? He's actually not. So it's either A.J. Brown or DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf looks nice, but I think A.J. Brown looks a little better just based on his top 3 skills in his combine. So let's go with A.J. Brown. 79 overall, quick Dev will probably be my #1 wide receiver. 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 82 catching, 90 catching traffic. Not a bad wide receiver at all. I kind of wanted Damian Harris as well, but he just went to the Bills. All good, all good. DeAndre Baker is still available, so is Amani Oruwariye. I could use a cornerback, so DeAndre Baker might be the selection. He has better top 3 skills than Oruwariye does. I think I'm going to go with Baker. So DeAndre Baker, welcome to the team. 78 overall, quick Dev, not a bad draft pick at all. 90 speed, 86 man, 77 zone, 80 press, 91 acceleration, 92 agility. I'll take it. It's kind of funny that Drew Lock is still available, and so is Will Grier. I didn't scout Will Grier there, so I have no idea what kind of stats they gave him. I think I might go running back in this situation. David Montgomery is unbelievable. But is he worth the selection? Because this Rodney Anderson dude has an insanely good combine. Could go with him. I can also use a wide receiver. Colin Johnson's still here. So is little Jordan Humphrey. Colin Johnson's pretty good. I think I might go running back, though. I think it's a bigger need. Because I don't want to miss out and not be able to take like anyone. I mean, I could go Mike Weber then. But I think I'm just going to go Rodney Anderson. He has an insanely good combine. Hopefully that translates well to his overall. He's a 75 overall, which is pretty low, but he does have star dev, which is huge. Very nice looking stats. He might end up being the starter. If Brandon Montgomery, is that his name? Nope. What's his name? David Wow. Why did I completely blank on it? It's David Montgomery, isn't it? If he's still available, I'll go with him. He just went. I just see that. He's a 74 overall. Brandon Montgomery. He's a cornerback in Not the Experts franchise, isn't he? I think he actually is. Okay, well, I can't take him because I saw him go. What kind of running backs are left anyway? I'm glad I took the running back I did because I don't see anyone else here who I'd really want. Right now, I could go with Colin Johnson. I think that is going to be the draft pick, though. He looks pretty good. He's tall, huge frame. Let's go with him. 73 overall, normal dev. Not a fantastic draft pick, but he's still not too bad. All in all, though, I can't really be too upset with this draft. We drafted very well in the beginning. Right now, though, I'm just trying to look for some random players. I kind of wish I scouted more tight ends. I wanted to go with one in the second round, but I kind of forgot because I think I just got overwhelmed by all the first-round talent still available. So right here, I'll probably just go with an offensive lineman. Like, it's difficult to randomly select players in a custom draft class because, like, if their combine grade is good, that doesn't necessarily mean they're a good player. I'm going to go with Michael Jordan here, though. 70 overall, flat, normal dev. Not terrible. I doubt he'll play. The more I think about it, he might actually have to play because Donald Penn probably retired. So I might need him to play somewhere. I could go another offensive lineman, or I could go with like a linebacker, but it's difficult to tell if a linebacker is going to be good just based on combine. I have Jordan Jones scouted. It says he's a first-round talent. What are you talking about? All right, well, he's not going to be that good. I'll still take him, though, I guess. 67 overall, normal dev. I don't know why it said he was a first-round talent. I'm going to try to trade away this draft pick here, see what we can get. Probably should have tried to trade away the last couple. I kind of forgot, though, if I'm being honest. So I think 5th round will probably be the highest I can get next year. Probably with the Titans, I think they were the worst team I scrolled through. I have 2 7th-round draft picks. I think I might just trade this one away. Maybe try to get another 5th-round draft pick. That would be pretty cool. I'm not seeing any 5th-rounders. I'm not going to trade it away. I'll just take 2 players here. I have a ton of draft picks for next year as well. I think I still have 2 1st-rounders because I'm pretty sure the Raiders have the Bears 1st-rounder next year. Derek Beatty, really bad-looking combine. Let's not go with him. Jordan Miller, Jamil Dean. These guys aren't going to be great anyway, so I'm just going to go with this dude. 66 overall. I doubt there's like any good players left. They're probably all under a 70. Who knows? There could be a random dude who is like a 70 overall. That would probably be the best pick of the draft, or the best pick in the round. Let's go with a linebacker, because if we can find like a 70 overall linebacker, he might actually play. As sad as that sounds. Let's go with this guy, Natrez Patrick. Sure, why not? 67 overall. It says he was ranked 1st. Clearly, he was ranked 1st. I think the draft went really well, at least in the 1st round. If the Raiders can take Nick Bosa and Rashawn Gary and A.J. Brown, I feel like they'll be pretty good like in the draft. They also got DeAndre Baker, Rodney Anderson, Colin Johnson. So some very talented players here early, and then obviously falling off later in the draft. Hard to sustain that all the way through. I doubt there's even that many great players left in the end. I want to see what Ed Oliver's stats are. 81 overall, star dev, 97 strength, unbelievable. He went to the Broncos. That's a good pick for them. So Nick Bosa was the 1st rated player. Josh Allen was 2nd, though. 82 overall, superstar dev. 85 speed, 88 acceleration, 85 finesse moves. He's unbelievable. Ed Oliver, Quinnen Williams, Damian Harris. I want to see what Harris is all about. He only has quick dev. Okay. So maybe the dude we drafted has a higher upside. Greedy Williams, I definitely wanted him. He has superstar dev. But it's okay, because even if Greedy Williams were still there, I probably still would have drafted Nick Bosa, because for some reason he fell to number 7. The team is still horrible, but definitely has some positive upside. Because we have a pretty good running back now with star dev. That's huge, because I feel like even if he has a bad season, he should still go up to over an 80 after this one just because of his dev. We have a good number 1 wide receiver with quick dev. He should develop pretty well. Colin Johnson isn't terrible. He does only have normal, which is a bit of a bummer, but maybe he can do something. He's playing in the slot as well as the number 2, even though he's like 6'6". Pretty much made as like a red zone threat kind of guy, but I'm going to have him play the slot. He has good short route running, so maybe he can get the job done there. The offensive line, still pretty bad. Michael Jordan moved over to right tackle. I'm not sure if that really makes sense or if it really fits. He fits the scheme over there, though, which isn't too bad, I guess. And then on the defensive side, this defensive line is going to be amazing in a little while, because Rashawn Gary and Nick Bosa will both develop into beasts. And then we have DeAndre Baker at cornerback number 2. He's good. He's definitely going to stay there. Gary and Conley is a good number 1 corner. Brand-Body Calhoun comes over to the team. Carl Joseph rounds off the young secondary. Linebacking core is still pretty bad. Markel Lee and Tahir Whitehead are, the higher overall guys. And then Patrick here is pretty bad. Natrez Patrick. He only has 80 speed, which isn't horrible, but he's a 67 overall. He really has no room to grow. I could put Nicholas Morrow as the number 1. But I kind of don't want to. I'll just keep Patrick. Maybe try to draft the linebacker next year. I definitely want to look to draft a quarterback next year as well, and hopefully sign some offensive linemen in free agency. Also, I signed Richard Rodgers in free agency. Like, I didn't actually give him a contract. Like, I signed him in this tab over here. So he's going to be the number 1 tight end, at least for this season. So I think this team will do poorly again, but hopefully the rookies can play well. I forgot to mention this as well, but I also signed Nevin Lawson in free agency. He's just going to be our slot corner. So this year we're doing a bit better. We are 4-3. The Bills are also 4-3. We are actually leading the division. 3-4 for the Chiefs, 2-5 for the Chargers, 2-5 for the Broncos. 2 experience points for A.J. Brown is nice. I really hope he's going off and having a great season. Nick Bosa, how many are you up to? He's up to 3. Rashawn Gary is up to 2. This D-line is going to be menacing in a little while. So Rodney Hudson has to come back. He's getting up there in age, but he's a great center. I will most likely retain him. Carl Joseph, I want. Seth Roberts, I'm going to let go. Even though he is starting right now, I can easily replace him in free agency. DeAndre Washington, probably bring him back. He's not a bad backup running back. Nicholas Morrow, Don't really need. So let's start with Rodney Hudson. Hopefully we can get him. Rodney Hudson is re-signing. Karl Joseph is, and DeAndre Washington is. So Rodney Hudson, I gave him a 6-year deal, which is unbelievable if he actually plays throughout the entire contract. He's going to be 36 by the time he retires. But now we can go into a different draft class. So it's going to say, like, these guys are just auto-generated, but I think if you click, what, left stick? There we go. So I can download a file or import a local file. The only ones I have locally are C4s and then other guys I used for the first season. Let's download one from the Madden chair. Let's find a 2020 draft class. Might just use like one of the first ones I see that have good ratings. Okay, this has 96 likes, 9 dislikes. Real 2020 draft. Let's go with this one. What's this guy's gamer tag? Lamonte Brip. So if you guys end up liking this draft class, you know where to go. Let's go with this one. So very surprisingly, this team made the playoffs. We went 9-7. We actually won the division. This division's typically really hard, but the Chargers were 7-9, the Chiefs 6-9-1, the Broncos 5-11. What happened? How did we win the division? We were 2-2 in the preseason, lost the opening game 1-2, beat the Broncos there, big divisional game, lost to the Texans, beat the Colts. We beat the Chargers twice, which is nice. We lost to the Chiefs, but we beat them a second time, and we also lost to the Broncos. We got shut out by the Broncos, man. Alright, well, I guess the team played well. Hopefully that means the defense kind of balled out. Le'Veon Bell wins MVP. Derek Carr, pretty good season, actually. 4,000 yards pretty much, 32 touchdowns, 14 picks. I still want to replace him, though. I don't think Raiders fans would get too upset with me if I do that, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of them kind of want him gone. Maybe I'm wrong, but Ronnie Anderson, 885 yards, 5 touchdowns. Not a good season. I really hope he got a lot of experience points, though. Colin Johnson went off. 1,232 yards, 8 touchdowns. A.J. Brown did well too, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Richard Rodgers, 7 touchdowns as well. DeAndre Washington got 5 receiving touchdowns. Blocking, not great, but our tackles kind of suck, so it makes sense. 96 tackles from DeAndre Baker actually leads the team. 15 tackles for loss from Maurice Hurst, 11 from Nick Bosa. Not much pressure. Wow. Not much pressure. I think I said not much pressure. That was really strange. Maurice Hurst got 6 sacks. Rashawn Gary got 6 as well. 2 interceptions from Markel Lee, Tahir Whitehead, Gary and Conley, Karl Joseph, and Nevin Lawson. 1 from DeAndre Baker and Brian Body Calhoun. Any defensive touchdowns? No. Any safeties? No. And any blocked kicks? No. We didn't get any in those categories. 22nd on offense. I feel like our defense may have kept us in these games. 13th, yeah. So it seems like our defense kept us in a lot of the games. The Steelers tied twice, apparently. Anybody from the Raiders? I don't see anyone. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Le'Veon. Derek Carr makes it at number 8, though, which is interesting. Defensive Player of the Year. Anybody from the Raiders? Very much doubt it. I don't see anyone. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Rodney Anderson comes in 3rd. Colin Johnson comes in 4th. Colin Johnson should be above Rodney Anderson for sure. A.J. Brown comes in 5th, though. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Mack Wilson. Devin White down there comes in 3rd. Anybody from the Raiders? DeAndre Baker comes in 6th. And that is it. So, the experience points. Hopefully we still have a lot. I'm sure Nick Bosa still got a ton. We only have 1 from Rodney Anderson. Oh, that's rough. Colin Johnson got 5, though. A.J. Brown got 3. Okay, so the wide receiver core might be panning out. Defensively, we have 7 from Nick Bosa, 4 from Rashawn Gary, 2 from DeAndre Baker. Not bad at all. The team actually upgraded very well. A.J. Brown's up to an 82. Colin Johnson's up to a 77. Pretty surprising how well he actually ended up playing. Rodney Anderson didn't go up too much. He's a 76 still. I mean, I don't know why I said still. I think it was a 75 before that. So I might have to replace him. I probably will have to. This offensive line slowly getting worse in the interior. The exterior is getting a little better, I guess. I think Colton Miller went up a little bit. Richard Rodgers, I think, went up 1. And then defensively, Nick Bosa's a 90. Rashawn Gary is an 84. Maurice Hurst is an 87. Jonathan Hankins, 83. This D-line is unbelievable. Cornerback core is not bad. They're still very young, except for Nevin Lawson. He's not super young anymore. Brian Body Calhoun, Karl Joseph are a good safety duo. And then the linebackers are still not that great. But let's see how high of an overall the Titans are. They're probably a higher overall than us. Yeah, by 5, they're an 82. We are a 77. Let's say maybe we can get a playoff win. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see, though. Did we end up winning? We did not. 24-17. 1 possession game. We lose to the Titans. Let's briefly check out that game. We had 327 yards of offense. They had 405. Marcus Mariota, pretty good game, 262 yards, 1 touchdown. Derek Carr played well, though, to be fair. Derrick Henry played very well. Deion Lewis had a touchdown. All right, we need a better running back for sure. I think the only player I'm going to bring back at this stage will be Richard Rodgers, just because he could potentially be the starting tight end for this team next season if I can't sign anyone. So Richard Rodgers is coming back, and if I do sign someone, he can just be the backup. It's not that big of a deal. So let's go into free agency. We need some good players here if we want to get this team to be amazing. $66.8 million to spend. Matthew Ioannidis is the first player. I wish I needed a defensive lineman. I would totally go after Matthew Ioannidis. I think I put a T at the end of his name for some reason. Derrick Henry is here. I think I might go after Derrick Henry. He's played really bad for me in Sim, though. That's the only thing refraining me from getting him. But, like, none of these other guys have played well for me, so I don't know. I really don't know. Tajay Sharp would be interesting. I think I'm actually going to go after Tajay Sharp. What happened to you? Why do you have star development? Yeah, I'm going to go after Tajay Sharp for sure. Let's do that. 101 points. I'm going to go up even higher just to make sure we get him. Why do you have star dev? That's so random. 102 points. I think that should be good enough. I definitely want some more players, so let me look around here a bit more. I went after a ton of players here because we still need a lot of help. Reggie Ragland accepted, Derrick Henry rejected, Tyler Higbee, Jermaine Ifedi, Tajay Sharp, and Anthony Brown all accepted. Which is good, alright? I'm okay with all of these guys. Derrick Henry did reject, which kind of sucks. I didn't give him too much money because, like, I kind of didn't want him, but I felt bad not going after him. I always go to check the draft board when I mean to scout players. Not scout players. When I mean to go to free agents, I just click scout players again. I need to stop doing that. But I do want to sign some more players. At least a running back, right? Because I could go and draft a running back, but that is risking a lot. And there are good guys here. Austin Eckler is not a bad running back. It's either him or Kenyon Drake. I think I might try out Austin Eckler this season. Let's give him a contract. Let's see how he can do. I might still draft one, honestly, just in case Eckler doesn't pan out. But hopefully, he can be, a pretty good running back for us. Austin Eckler accepted our contract, so he will most likely be the starting running back this year. I have pick number 5 here, and I really want to draft Tua. And he's still available. I probably could wait, honestly, until my 21st pick, because I've seen Tua and Jake Fromm fall really, really far, but I don't want to risk it. I'm going to go with Tua, and he's going to start over Derek Carr this season. He's an 83 overall with superstar development. He's already a higher overall than Derek Carr. He is unbelievably good. 95 throw power, 88 short. I don't think he's going to be this good when he gets drafted, like in Madden, whichever game that would, whatever next year's Madden's going to be, Madden 20, I guess. I don't think he's going to be this good. Actually, no, it would be the one after that, right? I don't think he's going to be an 83 overall, but geez, he's so good right now. I kind of wanted that Trey Lamar guy a little bit, but I definitely want to select a linebacker here. Hopefully there's someone left. Yeah, I probably could have waited since Jake Fromm is still available. He's good too. But let's see, is this right outside linebacker still here? He is not. Okay, so anyone's still here. I'm going to go with this guy, Baron Browning. But again, I don't know anything about him. I don't know how good he'll be. I might just go with it anyway because I still need a linebacker. Actually, I did just draft Reggie Ragland, or sign Reggie Ragland, didn't I? I did, so I don't know who I should go with here. Give me a second. Actually, I could really use some offensive linemen. Anyone still available? I think I'm going to go with an offensive lineman here. Probably some form of a tackle. There's no first round tackles left, but there is this guy, Scott France. Let's go with him. 76 overall, normal development. Not a bad draft pick. You're supposed to go late second, I think. I'll take that for sure. Shea Patterson's a 77. This draft class could be kind of stacked. Who else is here now? CeeDee Lamb is still available. I really don't need him anymore since we just signed Tajay Sharp. Robert Beal, I think, is going to be the selection because I can use a linebacker. He looks pretty good. Let's go with him. 75 overall, but does have star development. I think that means he'll start for me. Yeah, this draft class seems stacked compared to the others since there's a 76 overall player who just went. I could still go with CeeDee Lamb. Or I can go with Miles Sanders. I'm not going to go with Miles Sanders now. I think I will go with CeeDee Lamb just to get a good 4th option. 76 overall, normal dev. Not a bad option at all. We're in the 4th round here, and I don't have anyone who's supposed to go around this area. I do have a middle linebacker in the 5th. I'm going to go with him now just to make sure I get him. Let's see, are you any good? 72 with quick. You're definitely not bad, but I don't think you'll play. Is Miles Sanders still here? I'll take him if he's available. He is not. There's this guy who looks decent. He has good hit power. Really, really poor combine, though. Oh my. 5.2 combine? Do I even want that guy? This dude is a 7.3 combine. I'm going with him instead. 71 overall, normal dev. These players aren't going to play anyway. I think I'm just going to sim to the end of the draft now. Let's see who the team selected for us. I simmed after that one corner. So where did we sim? Okay, so I didn't pick anyone after this guy. So these last three dudes were just picked by the team. Let's check out the NFL though. I'm sure Tua is probably the #1 rated player in this class. I should have went the other direction. I always do this for some reason. Andrew Thomas went first overall, 79 overall, left tackle out of Georgia. He looks very good, but I'm sure Tua is the highest rated player. He is. Jerry Jeudy is the second. He looks insanely good too. 82 overall, quick dev. I was thinking about going after him, but there's obviously no reason for it. Najee Harris looks very good as well. 82 overall, superstar development. Oh man, are the top three guys all out of Alabama? They are. That's nuts. J.K. Dobbins is very good too. 81 overall, star dev. He would have been a cool draft pick. Dylan Moses, I wanted him really badly. He was supposed to go late first, I think. He went real early. 81 with superstar. He's unbelievable too. Alabama, insanely good class in this draft class here. So the team's overall is not tremendous. It's only a 79. But this team, again, has a ton of upside. We have a lot of young players now. Kind of got rid of a lot of the older players. I guess we didn't really get rid of them, but we just got players to play above them. So now Tua, you want to take the reins from Derek Carr. I'm going to keep Derek Carr on the team just as a backup, as like a veteran mentor kind of. Austin Eckler is now the running back. Hopefully he can have a good season. Tajay Sharp is now the #1 wide receiver, I guess. I don't really want to switch around the wide receiver core too much. Colin Johnson will still be playing in the slot, but he's not going to be the #2 in the slot, so I doubt he'll get as many targets, but hopefully he's still a factor. Offensive line got a bit better with the addition of France here at left tackle and the addition of Jermaine Ifedi at right tackle. Tyler Higbee is the tight end now. And then defensively, the defensive line is still the best part of this entire team, I think. Anthony Brown is starting at cornerback #1. He only has normal dev. Gary and Conley and DeAndre Baker, I almost said Buda Baker. DeAndre Baker are the other two cornerbacks, and Baker's playing the nickel spots. Brian Body Calhoun, Carl Joseph round out the secondary. Linebacker core got a bit better. Beal, Reggie Ragland, Mark Hill, Lee are the starting three linebackers. And then special teams, if anyone cares about this, that's what that looks like. I'll just do that quickly. And then specialist, here is what this part of the team looks like. So I think the team has a lot of upside. Honestly, I think this team can play well. Hopefully Tua wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. But let's start simming and see what happens. The team is 3-4 here at the midseason mark. The Panthers, though, are 5-2. We are in last. The other three teams all have 4 wins. 2 experience points for Tua is not too bad. And then defensively, we have 2 from 3 guys on the defensive line here. No one else really has too much. Baker actually has 2 as well. So who has to come back to the team? I see Gary and Conley. I want him back. Clicchio Semele. Maybe I'll bring him back to a 1-year deal. Probably wants a lot of money, though. That's actually not too bad. If I can bring this down to 1. Do you want that? Okay, no. He doesn't want anything to do with that. I might have to bump up the salary a little more if I want to try to get him. I'm not even sure if I want him. Markel Lee I'll probably get, and then everyone else I don't really want. As for a draft class now, I don't know which one to go with. So let's see. Let's go to the Madden share. Let's just find a 2021 draft class. Whatever one has the most likes, I'll try to go with. Okay, so it's a 2020 draft class, 2020 draft, 2021 draft. 23 likes, 2 dislikes. Let's go with this one. The team just barely missed out on the playoffs. Actually, I'm not sure if they just barely did. I assume we probably did okay. We actually went 6-10. We did not do okay. 11-4-1 from the Chargers, 8-8 from the Chiefs, 7-9 from the Broncos. So I guess I will be going one more season. I hope Tua played well. I hope it wasn't like him playing badly, like as to why we lost. 1-3 in the preseason. Won the opening 3 games. We started off so well. Then we lost a whole bunch in a row. 1, 2 more. Lost 4. Beat the Bills. Man, that sucks. Ezekiel Elliott wins MVP. Tua, though, 4,281 yards, 24 touchdowns, a lot of interceptions, and not many touchdowns. Hopefully that's still Offensive Rookie of the Year, but that's not a great season. Austin Eckler was pretty good. 889 yards, 4.0 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns. Rodney Anderson, 7 touchdowns. He had a better season as a backup, I'd argue. Tajay Sharp gets over 1,000 yards, gets 7 touchdowns. Colin Johnson, 5 touchdowns. A.J. Brown doesn't get many. Tyler Higbee has a pretty good season. So it looks like Tajay Sharp is the only one who really played that well. Blocking, horrible from the left tackle. Everyone else played well, though. 113 tackles from Reggie Ragland's pretty good. 16 tackles for loss for Nick Bosa. 13 from Maurice Hurst. We have 13.5 sacks from Nick Bosa, which is nice. Interceptions, 2 from Markel Lee and DeAndre Baker, 1 from Garion Conley, Brian Body Calhoun, Robert Beal, Anthony Brown, Carl Joseph, and Chris Cooper. Any defensive touchdowns? No. Any safeties? No. And then any blocked kicks? We do not have any. Again, I think that's the second year in a row we didn't have any in any of those categories there. 17th on offense, 23rd on defense. Anybody from the... I almost said the Patriots. Anybody from the Raiders? I don't know why I said Patriots. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Tyree Jackson wins that one. I don't see anyone from the Raiders. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Nobody from the Raiders. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jake Fromm. Tua does not end up winning it. That sucks a little bit. Nobody else from our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to David Dowell. Robert Beal, though, comes in 3rd. Nobody else from our team. Alright, so this season was not nearly as good as last year. How many experience points does Tua have, though? He still has 5, so he's going to be an 88 overall. I'll take it. AJ Brown has 3. Colin Johnson still has 3. Tajay Sharp has 2. On the defensive side, we have 6 from from Nick Bosa. 3 from Beal over there. Okay, so the team's going to upgrade pretty well. Hopefully we can have another big free agency period. Kalichio Semley's down to a 78 overall. But I would want to bring him back to a 1-year deal, but I think it's kind of stupid to do that since we're only going 1 year anyway. I might as well just spend a lot of money just to make sure we get him back for this last season. He's not amazing anymore, but I still want him on the team. He is coming back. I want him on the team just because he hasn't played badly, and it's nice to have at least somewhat decent of an offensive line there, even if he's 32 years old. Again, like I said, it's only 1 more season, so if I were actually like playing with this team, I would not sign him back to like a 3-year deal, whatever I just signed him back to. But we have $52 million. You know, we also still have a ton of room to sign other players. Christian McCaffrey, of course, is the #1 player. Tariq Cohen, James Conner, Jason Kelce. I think I'm going to go after Jason Kelce and slide him somewhere. Not exactly sure yet. I feel like he can probably play tackle. 104 points. I remember I think he declined my offer once when I gave him a lot of money, so I'm going to give him even more. 111 points. Malcolm Jenkins, my favorite players here. Matt Milano, pretty good outside linebacker. We did just bring back Markel Lee, but Markel Lee could easily just be a backup. I think I'll go after Matt Milano as well, and I think that'll probably be it. I don't really want anyone else. I see Ndamukong Suh. He's a free agent 3 straight years, but he's under an 84 overall. Or, well, he's at least an 84 overall. He's exactly an 84. See, like, I could go after another running back, but, I mean, Austin Eckler did play kind of well. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's a 96 overall. How do you not go after this? I'll give him 71 points. If he accepts that, then he accepts it, and we get Christian McCaffrey. We got Jason Kelce, Matt Milano, and Christian McCaffrey. Alright, perfect. We got everyone we went after. So Matt Milano will definitely play. That's cool to see. And then, where do I want to move Jason Kelce? Probably to left tackle. France had a really bad season. I think Jason Kelce could probably play tackle. 71 speed. Probably could get the job done. He's pretty athletic. Let's shift him over there. And that didn't actually end up saving. I'll do it another time, but we'll probably shift him to left tackle. I have the 8th overall pick here. Hopefully we can get an offensive lineman. That right tackle, I did want him, but he just got selected. So let's go with Blaze Andrews out of Minnesota. Looks very strong. Good top 3 skills. He's a 79 overall, quick dev. He's probably going to start at guard, and honestly, that's the only player I wanted. So I think I'm just going to go right to the end of the draft. I will go over the recap, though, of course. So let's check out who the team selected for us after that first round. A 77 overall cornerback, Tyreek Johnson, looks pretty good. Don't think he'll play too much. 75 overall right tackle, not a bad option either. And then a 75 overall defensive tackle. 72 overall strong safety, not a bad draft at all. So Trevor Lawrence is probably the top player in this class. Foster Snell, or Serrell, almost said Snell. Foster Serrell went first. Star Dev left tackle, he looks unbelievable. Trevor Lawrence, 84 overall, superstar development. He's ridiculous. 97 throw power. He is such a good passer there. Foster Serrell, Stanford Samuels III, pretty good looking corner. Of course he goes to Florida State. Again, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who many of these people are. But Florida State produces such good cornerbacks there. Devon Hunter, or Devin Hunter. Zamir White, pretty good looking running back. Micah Parsons out of Penn State, I know who you are. Superstar Dev. He's kind of a beast as well. This team is for sure capable of making it to the playoffs. We have a really bad scheme fit on offense. Should I just roll with it, though? I might actually change it. Let's see. Can we get something better? I don't want a West Coast one, though. Multiple zone run might be the best look, but I kind of want, if I want anything, it would be vertical. All right, now I'm just going to keep it spread. It would be between spread and vertical, and the vertical ones didn't look that good, so I guess we'll keep it this way. But the team is an 86 overall. Pretty nice looking team, if I'm being honest here. Colin Johnson fits the scheme there. I don't know why I pointed that out. I thought he was the only wide receiver. That's why I actually pointed it out, but A.J. Brown doesn't actually see him there. Christian McCaffrey is the starting running back, 96 overall. I don't know why he always falls to free agency, but he does. Makes these kind of rebuilds a bit easier, I guess, if you need a running back. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't play like out of his mind in simulation. He normally does have good seasons, but they're not like insanely good. This D-line, though, is insanely good. 87 overall Rashawn Gary, 96 overall Nick Bosa, and 90 overall Maurice Hurst. Even 82 overall Jonathan Hankins isn't too bad. I almost said Jonathan Jenkins. That's not who this is. Anthony Brown, 84 overall corner, tied with Gary and Conley as the #1. Baker, though, does have superstar now. I think he had star before, 83 overall, not bad. Safeties, probably the weaker part of this defense. I feel like the linebackers are probably a bit better than the safeties now. Matt Milano helps out with that a lot, 85 overall. I want Beal starting at right outside linebacker, so I'll make sure that happens. And then I will sim to the end of the season, where hopefully we make the playoffs. The team snuck into the playoffs here, 9-6-1 for the record. Not too bad, I guess. We won the division, 7-9 from the Chiefs, 6-9-1 from the Broncos, 6-10 from the Chargers. So at least we made the playoffs in the last season here. 2-2 in the preseason, beat the Dolphins, lost to the Giants, won 3 in a row. Lost to the Cowboys, beat the Chargers, lost to the Ravens, beat the Chiefs, tied to the Broncos, beat the Bengals, lost a couple, won a couple, and then lost to the Broncos at the end. So, Todd Gurley wins MVP. None of our guys did, but Tua Tagovailoa. I never knew how to pronounce it. Is it Tagovailoa? That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, he had a tremendous season. 33 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 4,254 yards. That is great. Christian McCaffrey was very good, 1,244 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. Tyler Higbee led the team in catches. Tajay Sharp, though, over 1,000 yards. Colin Johnson with 11 touchdowns. He's kind of a beast, actually. I'm really surprised at how well he played. Blocking, how was this? A lot better this year than last year. France played well at right tackle. It says he's a left tackle. I never switched his position, but I think he started at right. Reggie Ragland leads the team in tackles. Not too bad. Tackles for loss. We have 12 from Nick Bosa, 10 from Maurice Hurst, but Nick Bosa, 18 sacks, 6.5 from Rashawn Gary. Interceptions, 4 from Anthony Brown. That's a good season. 3 from Gary and Conley. 2 from Matt Milano, Carl Joseph, and Brian Body Calhoun. And then 1 from DeAndre Baker. Any defensive touchdowns? No. Any safeties? 1 from Maurice Hurst. And then any block kicks? 1 from Carl Joseph. 6th in the NFL in offense this year. What about defense? 18th. Okay, so defense was actually kind of bad. Anybody from the Raiders? Is Tua in this? There he is at number 7. Not too bad. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Baker Mayfield. Tua comes in 3rd, though. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Avery Williamson. Nick Bosa comes in 7th. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to Trevor Lawrence. He went to the Broncos. They got Jerry Jeudy and Trevor Lawrence. Wow, okay. Was that in the same year? I don't think so, right? Wasn't Jerry Jeudy... Was he last year? I think he was, but the Broncos drafted well. They also have Ed Oliver, I think. Defensive Rookie of the Year... Anybody from the Raiders? I'm not going to lie, I actually didn't look at this list too well, so let me check this out again. Okay, I don't see any Raiders in there. Best quarterback goes to Baker Mayfield. Tua, though, comes in at number 4. Best running back goes to Le'Veon. Christian McCaffrey, though, comes in 3rd there. Best wide receiver goes to Kiki Kuti. Okay. Nobody from the Raiders. I don't see anyone there. Best offensive lineman goes to David DeCastro. Jason Kelsey makes it number 10. Connor McGovern. That's pretty cool. But Jason Kelsey... Nice that he makes it, you know, switching positions. Best defensive lineman goes to Nick Bosa. Nobody else from our team, though. Best linebacker goes to Von Miller. Anybody from the Raiders? I don't see anyone. Best defensive back actually goes to Anthony Brown. Probably means he made it into the Pro Bowl. Gary and Conley comes in 6th. Best kicker goes to Josh Lambo. Jake Elliott makes it, though, at number 4. I'll take it. Check out the experience. I'm sure Nick Bosa has a ton. He's probably going to be a 99 after this. Tua has 5, which is cool to see. 2 from A.J. Brown, 2 from Colin Johnson as well. Defensively, we have 3 from Nick Bosa, 3 from Rashawn Gary and Beal. Only 1 from Brown, even though he probably made the Pro Bowl. All right, 3 from a couple other guys too. The team's an 88 overall, 91 offense, 93 defense, but it's looking real good. I hope this team can win the Super Bowl this year. I kind of doubt they will, but hopefully they can at least win a playoff game, honestly. Nick Bosa's up to a 99 overall. He is tremendous. Superstar dev, of course. Baker is now going to be the #1 corner. Anthony Brown's probably going to play the slot, or at least be the #3 down there. The team's looking really nice, though. I'm really surprised with how some of these rookies actually panned out. They panned out very well. That's what the specialist slide looks like. Anyway, though, we have to take on the Browns. Can we take them down? What's their overall? They're at 93. Oh, man. We're in 88. I don't know if we'll be able to win this game. The Browns are actually kind of insane in simulation now. Let's advance. Did we end up winning? We did, actually. 30-24. Take on the Jags. Hold on. I didn't mean to click upgrade. I guess I'll do this. There we go. Tajay Sharp and that Tommy dude each get an experience point. But let me check out the overall between us and the Jags. They are a 91. We're in 89 still. Actually, still? What were we in 89 before? I don't remember, actually. Let's advance the week. Are we in the conference championship? That would be pretty dope. We are not. We lost 24-17. That's where this rebuild comes to an end, but it's okay. I think this one was rather successful, considering the Raiders are pretty tragic to begin with. We did take down the Browns 30-24, then we lost 24-17. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I'm sorry to Raiders fans because I didn't keep many players from the Raiders. I feel like you guys could sort of understand. I mean, I did keep Rodney Hudson, I kept Kalichi Osemele. Who else on the offense? I mean, Derek Carr is still here, but he's not a starter. Starting-wise, I think Gary and Conley, Carl Joseph are still here. Maurice Hurst, Jonathan Hankins, so these guys are still here. But thank you guys very much for watching. I do apologize once again to Raiders that I got rid of a lot of your players. Hopefully you guys don't hate me too much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.